The Swiss Network for International Studies Biennial Conference, co-organised with the Swiss Tropical and Public Health Institute, took place in November 2018 in Basel. After the care industry and global inequalities, this event focused on health and related areas of research and action.
And then the value of citizen science, what eventually turned this epidemic around, was villagers and epidemiologists learning from each other and coming up with some balances.
Well, this conference is talking about health and the Sustainable Development Goals, and I think what we're already learning is that Goal 3 around health is deeply interconnected with all the others. Goals related to climate change and environment, but also the goals related to poverty and inequality and food systems. So we really need to be tackling them as a package. And that means that people who come from a public health background, as many do here, really need to be working with those who come from other backgrounds, who know about food, about climate, about poverty, about inequality. And we need to have new kinds of collaboration which bring those people together, both in producing knowledge and in bringing that knowledge through to action that can make a difference.
What are some of the strategies needed to achieve what is essentially a very tall order?
So what our initial entry point from WHO.
The definition of a holistic approach means that different kinds of actors need to be involved. So to take another example, we know that climate change is impacting on human health, but the drivers of climate change, basically the polluting energy systems which are causing climate change to happen, also cause air pollution, which kills about 7 million people a year around the world. It's one of the biggest health risks that we face now globally. So if we're going to deal with that issue, we need to be talking to health professionals, because they need to understand the evidence. They need to help educate people as to why issues like air pollution and energy choices are in fact important for the health of them and their children. But we also need to be reaching across boundaries to talk to, for example, ministries of energy or ministries of transport, so that when they're designing policies to support renewable energy, for example, they also take into account the health gains that you will get from that because of reduced air pollution.
Philip Staudacher, lead researcher of an SNIS-funded project on the effects of pesticides on human health in Uganda, explained what it takes to achieve real interdisciplinarity.
I was saying we were sitting around the same table, and that's also what we did. So we often met all the different disciplines together in one room, and then we talked through our methodologies and we talked through our findings afterwards also and discussed them together. So we always got these different inputs. That was very helpful. So it's talking, it's also flat hierarchies so that everyone can bring themselves into the game.
I hope that the next generation, and in this conference we see a lot of young people, that they take some of the key issues discussed very seriously and that they become leaders and try to bring their intelligence forward so that we can have solutions out of the box that will solve some of the biggest challenges ahead of us.